afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on Minsk Pocket between the south. Estal fighting here for the 30th Infantry Division here for America with armor, airborne and infantry company available to him. Versus the north, Vulpine fighting for the Wehrmacht, für das Reich hier with Osttruppen, for the Kampfgruppe Wolf. With Osttruppen there chosen immediately. We've also got 3 machine gun bonus here for Vulpine with an MD-42 following up on the Osttruppen. So a bit they're trying to grab me a little bunch of territory, but at the same time not going in too heavily right away, and thusly actually following up with the MD-42 to try and hold it. So a bit more mixed out there. Estal here going for some riflemen, pretty standard stuff there, and he's also got pretty much all infantry bulletins, including one for extra veterans on his rifleman. And of course, noting he's got no doctrine sort of rifle company, so that does leave things a bit more open. Though, if you sort of go by standard, have what most players otherwise tend to go for, it's armor. There's a chance here for airborne, and even smaller chance for infantry. But there's an overhanging chance here for armored company, sort of being chosen here for his style. Meanwhile, we got here Vulpine moving ahead. Interesting enough, Osttruppen, Pioneers, MD-42. Could Vulpine be opting here for a pretty early sniper as well? That would be a pretty interesting mix-up here for Vulpine, basically then using the Osttruppen to at least ensure there's not too huge a loss of, momentum while waiting for the sniper. And definitely starting to look like it. We got the manpower, but does Vulpine have the will? Folks, in the centre, we've got barbed wire going up to make sure the direct push here for the fuel point is going to be a bit more tricky here. MD-42 with the Pioneers, and there we go, sniper on the way, sharpshooter there for Vulpine. We've got more riflery on the way for Estal. We are heading up the east while the riflemen are pushing up the west. Interesting enough, there's little folks in the centre. That does ensure, in theory here, that Vulpine push here. So for the central victory point, we do see a bit of barbed wire just on cover. I mean, could go for it and deny it to Estal, forcing Estal to then have to react towards it. Of course, have to see what happens here. We've got pushing up here. Could actually flank the MD-42. There's basically a huge blind spot here for Vulpine at the moment. Rather than going for the cut-off point, also hanging about there. Rifle crew, of course, engaged. Probably can't see on the map that someone taking some territory there, so quick time up. But looks like they're just cutting off here. Osttruppen pulling up there, realising there's some Amerikanen about, and shifts away. And there we go. Vulpine going here for the fuel point. Going straight for the jugular there, and we got right off the sniper another squad of Osttruppen here for Vulpine, so now we're seeing more troops sort of flashing the field. And there we go. Sniper. First engagement here, we got Rifleman versus Pioneers around the southern fuel point. Rifleman just managed to pull back here in time, but there you go, we got the MD-40 over there, and light cover, that's not true, we're sitting there versus troops, there go Pines moving in. Going to deal with the Rifleman, and once they get pinned, that's the difficult advantage here. Got more troops moving in there, go, the MD-42 has been exposed, and now Estal does know where it is, there's nothing really to support. At the same time, got Rostrum here going to encounter Rifleman, got the sniper here also been exposed. USF could try to move in from the west or east, and there we go. Almost got the Rifleman, there we go, Rifleman flanking on the MD-42, Rifleman there forced away, but MD-42 is going to have to fall back as well. And there you go, sniper being hunted down here with the Rifleman down. Little health there, if the Rifleman went in from the other side, there might have been a small chance of actually being able to wipe the sniper. We've got the Osttruppen reacting here, no, he's pulling away, he really wants to get that sniper, we've got more Riflemen up here. Almost a full retreat here from Vulpine under Estal's attack here, counter-attacking more specifically. Rifleman going to go to Osttruppen, light cover, Rifleman up close as well. Rifleman might have a good chance of winning this, particularly with more Rifleman arriving here. The Osttruppen going to have to fall back. It's down to the sniper to try and bleed out Estal then as much as possible here before, there you go, already lost the fuel point here to the Americans. A bit of a rough start here. Went nice and aggressive initially for Vulpine, but Estal was able to quickly punish it in return there with the tougher basic infantry. Rather than close reinforcing, no take up here as yet for Estal. Could go lieutenant, could go captain. Both would be for good choices for different reasons though. Troops reinforcing, moving out. Sniper continuing to be away though. Vulpine is pushing his luck rather severely. Got around the push against the Osttruppen. Bit of shooting there. Sniper creeping up there. 4 kills for Das Vaterland. Down to just Sergei and Vasily there as well. Rifleman down to 3 men. There we go, falling back. A nice map control here for Estal initially. Take up wise, we are getting the lieutenant here for Estal. We are getting the lieutenant, so that means 50 kills and 20s and AA half tracks. Take up here for Vulpine as well. We got the sniper getting to bleed out. Vulpine continuing to push his luck pretty severely. I mean, the sniper's got very little health there. One mistake, one American appearing like a shadow and taking off a shot, then the sniper could very well be dead there. So Vulpine needs to be rather more careful with that, or they could end up very badly here very quickly.
Lieutenant has been assigned to field ops.
We got the lieutenant up here for Estal. And what will it go for? M20, or will it be the AA half-tech? Will it 50 cover? No, it's going to be the AA half-tech, which has seen a slight resurgence as of late. It is certainly quite potent used properly.
We're losing a capture point.
Stick with me and you might just make it.
And again, pushing straight for the fuel point. We got some harassment, we're going for other high value points there, but flanks are otherwise, well, unguarded. So a bit risky again here, play for Vulpine, really going for the high yield, but also high risk sort of moves at the meanwhile. More pioneers on their props are built, while the pioneers themselves are pushing forward here. Could lay down some mines, I suppose. Gotta push him in again. Note what Estal does. He never just sort of touches down blind in the centre. He always tries to sort of, hit the flanks. He's probably always expecting the info to cover there. So in that sense, Estal is really, thinking here pretty sensibly and displaying some good tactical sense there. At least making some assumptions. I mean, sometimes it can go wrong, but half the time you're in most cases going to be pretty correct there. Sniper there shooting away there in 9 kills. Closing in on 10. Got a bit of shooting here, the Rifleman pushing against the other Ostrom squad, pulling up into cover. They might have a slight chance of Rifleman putting out in the open, and if they don't get into heavy cover, there we go though. Going straight for the fuel point, ignoring Vulpine's force. He's just going to harass him. I think just try to attack head on or even flank in with the A half-tech instead. There we go, rolls out there with 2 50 cal machine guns and 1 37mm anti-aircraft gun. Nope, plans is in there. It's a full flank here, full flank hits to the Lieutenant Rifleman. Goes in there for the MD-40, they have to go out from the other side there. MD-40 a lot of top, taking a lot of damage, they go retreating. But right past the Lieutenant there, heavy damage inflicted. Lieutenant needs to turn about, Lieutenant Jones, and there we go. MD-42 wipe there. Nice legendary to the flank there against Vulpine. Vulpine has been severely punished. You could see the Pioneers, what we've got like to make us company up, but this is quickly turning ugly, and there we go, Pioneers got wiped. We've got the Ostrom as well now, forced retreat right past the Lieutenant and the Rifleman. Another deadly gauntlet. Will the men actually be able to survive? Will be joining the MD-42 and the Pioneer squad. The aircraft attack just blasts away there, full force.
The crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Shit, perhaps we should have surrendered. And yet, I heard they turned us over to Stalin. Really? No, but I'm assuming they do. They're Americans. Grabbing a point there, we got the 2-2 on the way there for Vulpine. MD-42 the secured as well, so that really gives Estal there a bit more firepower. That's going to make things a lot more difficult for Vulpine at the very moment. And it's only going to necessitate flanking, winning in the Ostrom are not exactly the best assault infantry, so right now the force composition of Vulpine has been turned against him a bit there with the loss of the MD-42. Basically meaning all the pressure now is on the shoulders of the sniper, who is still low on health here. I mean, there's one Ostrom squad which could be used to heal up for the moment, but that's really it for Vulpine. Of course, we've got an MD-42, but we also got here the A half-track. That's a wall of fire for Vulpine to try and walk through there. So now, of course, can do something here to bleed out his star, but even that is not going to be exactly easy. In the meanwhile, though, note here, though, Vulpine isn't exclusively focused on the centre, also pushing up the flanks, so perhaps to draw up fire from away from the centre there. So in that sense, a bit of tactical sense, and not a bad thing at all. Turning short, it's not just going to be a complete waste there. So well played there by Vulpine, well played. Some players who just committed everything towards a push in, they just got massacred. But instead here trying to sort of draw away forces, that's another way to try and deal with a strong position. Avoid it, instead force them to have to defend elsewhere, weakening then the strong defensive point here. So well played, well played. Not a lot of players would have, because again it's a close fuel point, and that does tend to make some players overly risky. Another Pioneer squad warmed up. We got a pack 40 in the way there for Vulpine, but Vulpine is bleeding out even as though other territories have been gaining their munitions, fuel, victory points. Ostrom here being surrounded, but still drawing away some forces, Ostrom they're getting off a Pantherfaust again, the 2-2. Scout camp. We got the 2-2 ending off. He's going to try and get it, It's going to be risky, It's still able to sort of fire off, and if it stops moving, he can get his main gun to fire as well. That's going to make things a lot trickier for the 2-2. But there he goes, shooting. Almost got it, almost. But no, the turret's opening up there. No, stop. Oh, man, stop it. And there we go. Close quarters, main gun fired, and the 2-2 goes down in seconds. If only this 250 cal dude, he had a chance. But as soon as the M31 stops, and he can just sort of shoot from a standing position, the 2-2 loses if it's actually in front of the gun there. There's a small chance of perhaps of catching it, but because right now it seems like Estal's going to do what most sensible players do, which is just, quickly pull it back for repairs, so of course not quickly fixing the critical bits and just allowing faster. And in theory, if Vulpine realised what was going on, they could try and intercept it and knock it out with a Panzer first. Meanwhile, troops reinforcing, medic bunker up here. No further troops though. Ostrom sitting out there, taking awfully closer to hostile territory. And in this case, Vulpine, I think, just aware of what's going on here. Trying to repair it, trying to fix it, in this case getting spotted. No critical repairs, allowing it to move slow. And there we go, Ostrom getting off Panzers first. No, Sergei! Now look at this! We are heroes! We'll actually get rations tonight and not just beatings. Meanwhile, Rearson sending eastwards. Rifleman holding up, the MG4 has been shifted away back to the base here for some reinforcements, and we got a captain on the way, so lieutenant into captain here with the air half-track, which certainly did some work there, but ultimately though was outdone here by some quick-witted thinking there by Vulpine and a bit of good old-fashioned luck in that sense, you know, that Estal would not be prepared in any way then actually take it very close to enemy territory instead of trying to keep it over here where, you know, there's a lot less chance for the enemy to actually creep up on you. Other way, though, Estal, of course, now reacting to the eastern territory, grabbing that back, but again, that does mean the centre is a bit more free. So again, the strategy ultimately, if that was intended, has worked. Estal has basically left the centre over now to focus on the east, and that does mean the centre and the fuel point can be secured now by Vulpine. The question, of course, can Vulpine actually do begin on the scout to try and push with a bit more mobile element? Sniper bleeds away at the rifleman. Nothing further for him except, of course, that captain. Still, nice mix of troops here to Rearson, through rifleman, lieutenant, captain, MG42s. Got an ambulance. No tech, although no dogs, I mean, from Estal here. We got rifleman flanking in there. Could try and catch and ambush the sniper. That would be pretty bad news there. Nothing further here from Vulpine. And rifleman flanking in there as well from the east. Bazooka fire there against the 2-2, making things a lot more problematic for Vulpine. Had to fall back. Rifleman in there. Fuel point still not secured. Looking rather risky. Getting another MG4 to try and help sort of map control, but also slow down the Americans. We got an M20 on the way. Also got grenades up by the way if they start, which could allow, of course, MG4 to get smoked, and of course just allow them to deal better with infantry. That's going to further problems here for Vulpine down the road. We got a bit of a minor skirmish on the eastern flank. Ostrom against by the lieutenant. Lieutenant close to Veteran 1, of course, also got grenade. Ostrom taking up position here. Could see a pineapple grenade locked through the window to try and deal there with the occupants. There we go. Pineapple grenade. The lieutenant, though, is pretty dead. So a few of the Ostrom there after that one grenade there, so that's not all bad. There we go. Ostrom forced away, M20 almost done. MG42 arrives here for Vulpine, still a pretty tricky situation. MG42 moving up, then from the sniper, there you go, quick kill. Veteran 2 by the way, increasing the rate of fire. Good work there for Vulpine, but still not the best current situation there. Smoke's been down there to actually minimise the effect of the sniper, allowing the rifle to close in more easily. Well done there by Estal, well done. Of course, now we got the MG42 as well. Could surprise, I think, Estal just a bit here besides the sniper. Captain there, catching the 2-2, the 2-2. Oh, backed itself into a corner. Probably not intending this to happen either way. 2-2 almost down, trying to get through the smallest gaps there, which slows it down, but there we go. Managed to escape the captain and his bazookas. Damn close there, though. Damn close, really. Risky play there by Vulpine. Lieutenant there suppressed. MG42 there firing away. Sniper is back at the base there. We got an additional Pioneer squad. Ostrom reinforcing. No tech up here for Estal. And we got weapon racks here. Weapon racks. Estal is just taking a bit more slowly. Not rushing away, which could in theory mean a slightly missed chance, but at the same time, considering, you know, he's more on the defensive to a certain extent. He can also work out nicely, but actually upgrades a lot of his rifle with more firepower. Makes it easier for them to actually form also defensive role and actually bleed up Vulpine here if he plays his cards correctly. But of course, still, he might be in the eventually for Estal here to sort of tag up and go for something. Some armor would be nice. And we got mines down here from the M20. Wonderful work there, wonderful work there. Plenty of munitions, by the way. Could also consider some in the centre and maybe the eastern flank as well. There you go. Going in here, we got the sniper just continue to bleed out the Americans, the Yankees. Also got the MG42 crew. They've got an anti-tank gun. Estal obviously worrying about enemy armor here from Vulpine. There so far, we've got no sign of that. Vulpine's basically sort of kept a bit behind there again due to the severe pressure on the fuel point here by Estal, who's also been using his sniper field advantage, of course, to get, you know, both tiers and get a lot of upgrades for the riflemen. Of course, the question is when we actually going to see some added weapons for them. Oh, we got the two sending out there, going after the M20. Getting very close, I need to be careful. Crew gets out at the same time. 2-2 needs to fall back. Got it! Right, gets knocked out in return. Vulpine reaching there, finding way before just not support. The attack is still there, quickly moving up here, Sniper bleeding away there. Down to one man, 28 kills here for the sharpshooter. Reactions down to one man now. Pretty damn close. Got the captain moving up here, going pushing out again. These side again, trying to draw forces. And we got a regular infantry squad on the way here, but still looking rough here for Vulpine. Less than 300 victory points. 427 here for Estal. Further push here. Vehicles now going for we got intended explosion around. Almost got the captain. Could we see what? Could we see wipe? Could it happen? No, shoots after some easy targets there. Almost gets into 3 already. 33 kills.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Another option here if I start to consider, at least at some points, would be, some fighting positions. But now, we actually got BARs here being handed out to the troops. And looks like, in a rare display by the looks of it. Very rare, but not a bad one. We actually seeing the lieutenant being upgraded with an additional BAR. And that's the thing, you can upgrade the lieutenant score with another BAR. We'll say a brand like machine gun if you have that. And so many players actually forget that, even though they do get BARs. But that really does make the lieutenant a lot more potent there with a second Browning automatic. So, a little fun fact there. We got the anti-tank moving up. Rather exposed there, Estal. Fall back. You got no screen, no nothing. That could make it an easy target there for the Germans. Even more pioneers continuing up here. We got the S-Minen, the Sprengminen there going down the eastern flank. Got Ostrom push up the west. And of course, the war progressed. Any sort of Ostrom were basically sort of relegated into Heavies or Hilfswillige, which was basically sort of performing more supply duties in the rear sort of areas. Of course, occasionally you'll still find them fighting, and most in those cases would have surrendered, but some, though, did keep fighting on. Little fun fact, though. And we're also pushing up here, Sniper, more Ostrom going there. We got fuel point finally back into the hands of Vulpine. Could up going to have a light machine gun, that was trying to help a bit here. And before through there, pointing another direction, getting flanked here, getting harassed. We've got Ruffling up there. Lieutenant Squad over here, that's a lot of fire there versus the Ostrom. Could even see a wipe there, we could see a wipe there. Nope, they're focusing on the other spot that's not moving. Allowing one squad to get away at the very least. Still pushing forward here for United States of America. Germany infantry trying to hold them back. Snipers, what we got info here, they're opening up in the rifle. Of course, got laying on smoke screen. No smoke screen, there we go. Grenade on the Ostrom, almost wipes them. Lieutenant forced to fall back. No smoke screen attempt against the infantry and Sniper. Bit of a shame there, Do we have any take up there for Vulpine? No. Do we have any here for Estal? No. Instead, we got the Armour Company chosen. We got an M10 called up here. Seems a bit silly when there's barely any armour. I think a bulldozer would initially been a better choice, but go figure. Still, I mean, again, note here, while Estal is actually now being really focused in the centre, though, Vulpine is taking advantage to basically hit the sides, the flanks, to take away a lot of territory there. So in that sense, Vulpine is displaying some very good strategic and tactical sense here. Very good work there, And of course, there's going to be a run, but it tends to be sort of a bit belated. And again, that then means afterwards, that Vulpine, of course, got a bit of where to strike. And of course, can always then afford to strike down there. Well, of course, other troops are basically taking away territory. So sort of nice action display there by Vulpine. So now they can bleed away. 40 kills. That Sniper has tended to be a very good investment there for Vulpine. Take up there, halfway done for Vulpine and the Wehrmacht. And the Kampfgruppe. Double pack 40 here. Clearly not underestimating the armor threat here of Estal. That is good. Got a lot more BS. We got S-Mines here going off. Lots of rifle. VS got entirely annihilated. Blown to bits right in front of the rifle. You could only stand there in shock and awe as their comrades got shredded and left in tiny bits and pieces. Also, we got a bunker up here for Vulpine. Bunker? Interesting. You rarely see sort of Wehrmacht players go for bunkers, and in particular not like this. But again, here's the important thing which actually might make it work, and now this gets even more interesting. But basically, it's not just the defense; it's part of a larger defense. In particular, now we're actually getting another bunker already, and we're getting a fuel trade here. To get more bunkers. I mean, when you're taking out this, though, I feel is a bit odd. Fuel trading while getting into 3. I think the quick tier 3 would have been better, but oh well. Either way, though. Again, as we're noting, this is now all of a sudden part of a larger defense, and as long as Vulpine doesn't leave the bunkers, that's the very extreme part of it, and just more like a secondary line of defense, they're actually going to do pretty well. Anyways, That is 2 machine gun bunkers up very quickly, and it's a very unique Wehrmacht response to this point in the game. I mean, we're all pretty much mid-game, and see machine gun bunkers there in those sort of points that is quite rare, actually, particularly at this level of the game, sort of ranking-wise. We've got an M10 here, though. We got vehicles, we've got the lieutenant supporting it, our firepower there, captain forced away there. Grenadiers and sniper ever a threat there. Got points here being grabbed. And there we go, empty bunker there opening up. I mean, that's essentially a lot more machine guns for Vulpine to basically sort of stall any assault there from Estal. Of course, they also basically want to throw in fire around the machine gun bunker to fire more safely here. The question is going to smoke the bunker. I mean, that's usually an option here for Estal, but so far, that does not seem to be the case. Look at assaulted again, that's assaulted by the other machine gun bunker. And so far, there's no response here from them to deal with it. Pilot protocols he's seen pack 40, so he's probably a bit worried about that. Meanwhile, though, troops are being halted. The machine gun bunkers suddenly do a lot there, but there we go, flanking one of the machine gun bunkers, which is probably a bit safer target there. You got the big crew moving up as well. Of course, right there, which of course is not without its issues. Perhaps should have been placed a bit more over towards here, but oh well. Trying to repair, but in this case, that's not right. We got the pack 40 right here in the support though, under the arc there of the machine gun bunker, and we got there the lieutenant falling back. Heavy losses inflicted. But overall, the machine gun bunkers at least did something there, and that's only also forcing Estal to be a lot more careful. Because now he knows, you know, there's more to the defences of Vulpine than he initially expected. Now we do have the bulldozer Sherman here with its 105mm, well, howitzer, in part, you know, meant for blowing up stuff like bunkers and the likes. And we got a half track now. We got more resource trait there for Vulpine. Again, apart from say, you know, Vulpine chickens at this point, you know, getting some armor instead, you know, sticking around despite having tier 3 research and getting another bunker. And a half track. This is getting a bit more news, but there we go, trying to set up the bunker. In this case, they're coming in for pack 40. In this case, though, I mean, it's just the bulldozer Sherman, no support, no nothing. Bit reckless here by Estal. In this case, though, didn't get punished any harder. But that could have very quickly gone back, though, for Estal. And of course, it also signals to Vulpine, though, of course, he has to be a bit more careful as well. So, not your usual Wehrmacht versus US fight, though. We see lots of arriving with the Browning automatics. We've got Shermans with bulldozers and 105mm guns. We've got M10s. We also got bunkers. And we got quite a few of them. I mean, it's really, really rare to see any Wehrmacht players who really go for machine gun bunkers like Vulpine is going for them at the moment. It's really a standout moment. And you thought they're firing half tech to support a bit more, but then they might be a bit more cautious. You've got an artillery strike going in. More resource changes away there. Meanwhile, this Gusher they're firing in, or some other railway artillery gun. MD-42 cleared out again. That's a huge loss right there for Vulpine. There you go, artillery strike lands, clears out the other MD-42 crew, and makes a hell of a racket. Bunker there still need repairs, has not been upgraded. Clearly probably wants to wait with it before getting that. I mean, that's sensible. Really should get the support crop, should get it up. Schnell, schnell. Chop, chop. Saying about there, but that's a lot of artillery. That does force Stalemate to fall back a bit further, which could, in theory, buy a bit more time. Also looks like the MB-40 in fact got completely wrecked, which I suppose is more win there for Vulpine, as long as he can get the other one back. And there we go, support call. Wunderbar, wunderbar. It's time here for the Mid analysis. Counter chasing damage wise, we've got a lead here for Vulpine. Kills wise, of course, we've got a lead here for Estal due to the fact that enemy force has largely been composed of Osthoven. In terms of army value, we're noting here that Estal actually got the largest sort of advantage here for quite a bit of while. The problem is that at the moment he just seems to be focusing all the resources on the sides. He's forgetting the flanks a bit from time to time until except, you know, Vulpine's already been there, so he's a bit more reactive in that sense. He's not trying as much to hard sort of flank around here, and certainly that initial engagement has certainly paid off nicely, I think, as well there, with all the bunkers. In terms of points, again, we note there's been a huge point here. Now, of course, things are sort of getting a bit more equal once Vulpine sort of really struck back there with machine gun bunkers and the likes. Of course, now the question is, how can Estal pull through this? I mean, it's not like, you know, it's all game over yet, and he's still got the larger forces, still got more guns and so on. So what can he do? I mean, one option is basically to flank, you know, strike from here, you know, get behind all of this, knock it out, clear out the bunkers where they can't be dealt with, and also basically set up your retreat path. If he does that, I mean, he could probably at this moment still do a lot of damage to Vulpine and finish off this match in one blow. And again, all it would take is just one armoured push here with infantry going through here, getting past all this, get behind it, and basically just begin murdering away. Could probably also see the civil pack forward, because again, he'd also set him in such a way that, you know, any retreat path is going to go straight through Estal's force. I mean, it has its risk, because if he retreats, then, I mean, he's going to take a push with this. It's not without its risk, but I think it would be overall the sort of the better option. Well, of course, he'll also try and push through the west, though which is more enemy territory. There's also a higher likelihood of mines, but you know, that's very much also an option here for Estal. I mean, he can also push through the centre, but that's going to require a lot of smoke, and it seems like Estal is not too fond of that, so perhaps not that. Otherwise, small BARs for the men would be good. Maybe some, well, bazookas for the rear echelons. Also consider maybe upgrading some of the men here with Thompsons for some of the more spare crews. I suppose maybe say pop that one in instead and leave another crew there to sort of function as an assault team with the Thompson, and that could also be a nice little option there for Estal. Another bulldozer at this point would also be pretty good for Vulpine. A part of me suggests more Panzer going to do something a bit more salty in terms of infantry, a bit more sort of firepower. Stug would also be a nice option here from the Supremo Corps as quickly as possible. I mean, Stug here would really help with sort of armour, a bit more range, rate of fire and all that, and would really help Vulpine sort of defensively and offensively. Get an L on that pretty great. Could consider also flank Panzer. Of course, there's also the option of Panzer Force. As for taking for Tier 4, nah, not after all that resources were basically distributed over to munitions. Not good. So, instead, just play for some Stugs, maybe an Ostwind, maybe some Panzer Force. And perhaps in the longer run, perhaps another machine gun bunker somewhere. And of course, same was here for a start. Could consider some machine gun emplacement, the likes here on the eastern flank, perhaps also support here, you know, larger defensive lines. But, back to the fight here. See what happens next. We do have what looks here to be an assault here going in on the eastern flank, but note here there's absolutely no armour support, and also some of the riflemen have been fully upgraded, have upgraded all there with BARs. Still not bad, because obviously there, and of course, oh, S minefield again. That's also why vehicles would have been nice, so maybe some resistance with minesweepers. I'll wait going in here. Problem is though, should have been up through here. Instead, going straight into the machine gun bunker. He's all got one squad suppressed, and the other's been caught here as well. And all of a sudden, here, the entire assault is halted. It had been the bulldozer spearheading it, which it probably should have been. I mean, getting through here instead would work better. I mean, I'm surprised if we got the bunker then. It's Arc 5, which is very close there. So, I mean, the way he sort of conducted the assault, not too good. So, nice little bunker. Oh, grenade against it. Yes, and grenade. Oh, Lieutenant grenade against the Grenadiers. Double BRs and the Thompson there versus the Grenadiers light machine gun. Getting close here. There we go, almost wiped. There we go, Grenadiers wiped out. They lost hits to Lieutenant. We got Ostrom there grabbing the MG42 up here. 14 kills for Lieutenant. Rearson's hiding about there. Could set up a fighting position somewhere. Let's do something anyways. Could go for another bulldozer shaman. Plenty of options there for Estal. Vulpine. He's got the half move out there. We got the bunker repaired at least a bit there. Another machine gun bunker up here. And the sniper there, 51 kills. Ah, they called me a legend. The Americans called me a monster. And we got the vehicle crew there about to get shredded. And bazooka dropped here. Ostrom going for it. And there we go. Bit of anti-tank from there for the Ostrom. That's going to hurt Estal there quite a bit. And could also use the vehicle crew experience there to sort of, you know, buff up the Sherman perhaps a bit. And again, allow its crew to sort of fight as infantry. With the Thompsons either way though, a bit too late for that now. Sherman supporting, you got rifling up, they should spread out a bit, and of course be ready to lay down a smoke screen, but there we go. That did not happen. Instead, there we got the MG42, and of course thanks to the half track he needs to enforce here, making Vulpine now a lot harder to push back because his men can essentially just reinforce there. And in particular the Ostrom are very fast reinforced. Got a smoke screen down there, not bad, a bit late. We got a further assault here on the left flank, Lieutenant and Rifleman, good work, MG42 falling back though. Need to keep up the momentum here, need to keep pushing before the MG40 sets up again. Sherman moving up here. Pack 4, they're ready to deal with it. Pack 4 cleared up. Recruit.
We have lost a pack gun.
MG40 opening up. And we got more smoke here. This time from the Sherman. Locking down the Pack 40. Half track down. But overall, what seems to have happened at Baseline, again, what rather ensures that it's not really a huge success here for Estal. It's basically, again, a loss of momentum. Should have smoked, should have just pushed as hard as could. Instead, got locked down, slowed down, and the MG42 is just basically sort of torn apart there alongside the rest of the infantry, which again were a lot harder to push away. He couldn't just, you know, stand there and bleed out at a distance thanks to the half track. He needs to get in there close, he needs to get assaulty. He didn't. Or he should have flanked. He didn't. Other way, that was engagement that was not really the advantage of his style. Instead, you know, Vulpine's still got a pretty good decision in a sense here. We actually got a layered defensive. Definitely got the machine gun here. That's the first line of defensive happening in front of it. Bunker here, second line, and then essentially got the third line of defense here. Pretty much meaning, you know, any sort of head-on assault there is going to be very difficult to maintain for Estal because it's going to get bucked down very quickly thanks to the bunkers basically lay it the way they are. I mean, they're not the first line of defense, which also means they're not getting the first thing knocked out, and that also means more likely all the sort of big stuff is going to be used on the initial line, then he pushes through, and of course it's going to be more stuff, and that way he quickly loses some momentum and leaves himself open to counterattacks. It's also basically how the German army operated its defences later in the war. Sort of very thin first line defence drawing all the fire, and then sort of the second line, which will be where all the actual defences were. And of course they'd also be spending some of their efforts. There we go, we also got lots of minefields now. Really good work there by Vulpine though. Still a lot of fuel there being switched towards munitions, no armour still. I'm disappointed in that, Still though, Vulpine is executing a surprisingly good defence of defence you rarely see from any Wehrmacht player. So, I mean, 2 thumbs up there. I mean, that is some solid defensive play there. Sadly, of course, Estal, I mean, obviously, in a sense, he actually doesn't know what to do because you rarely see this kind, and the obvious answer is to try and avoid it, try to bypass it, because currently the flanks are very weak, but Estal is very intent on breaking through it. There's this Somme mentality, you know, over the next hill and we'll be there for home for Christmas. There you go again, we got that first push, we got the machine gun back here, we got a sniper sort of bleeding out, and again, what's going to be drawing all the first initial bits of fire there? That's going to be the MD-42. They've got Shermans moving up here on the side, we've got Pack-40s covering both here. Not a bad idea, and of course in this case, I mean, there's an easy counter for it, just smoke the packs, just smoke them, but that's not what's happening here. They sort of not with any sort of speed there, also more importantly to note there, but there we go. Both packs smoke. Pushing forward the other one, but where are the troops? Because they didn't smoke the other MD-42, and again couldn't have easily because of the machine gun bank. Again, this is going to be slow, hard work. And again, he's trying to deal with, instead of dealing with the Pack-40, which is probably the more immediate threats to the Shermans, he's trying to deal with the MD-42 here, which again is not going to be a huge success. I mean, he's focusing again on the very initial bit of the defence, he's ignoring everything else, and that's only to the advantage of Vulpine, because that's not going to break the line here. Getting rid of that one, it's not going to break the line, that's not going to break the core of Vulpine's defences. That's probably what Vulpine is betting on at the moment, and so far it's working out there. Rather than taking heavy losses, we finally get a bit more attempts here on the left flank, but that's already bogging down, and again we're seeing Vulpine, he's easily taking points here. The also got a Rierson score all the way up here, taking the victory point there. Cheeky work, and we actually got some Panzer Grenadiers at him now, because it looks like we've got an offensive here from Vulpine, Pack-40s, Panzer Grenadiers, MD-42 perhaps a bit. And to think that could be secured, and there he goes, Sherman down. Right here, Estal made a mistake again. You don't want to repair your tanks right close to the enemy front line. I mean, you don't want to be able to creep up with Pack-40s and blast away. There we go. One Sherman down, should have pulled away all the way back to here where the sector is screen. Also, the M10's basically doing nothing at the moment. Panzer's looking right to get wiped out. That wasn't sensible there by Vulpine. That was actually poor choice. That was 340 manpower, absolutely wasted there. A waste of good infantry, to be honest. Pack-4 they cleared out. So right here, Vulpine, while getting up off the Sherman, committed a few mistakes himself. Not good. He might just have given Estal here a good chance of perhaps winning the fight right there. I mean, that's one Pack-40, and that's one Panzer Gun. They're squadding with only 2 Ostromer, Sniper, MD-42, Pack-40 and the half track. Again, there's no other infantry. Again, nothing more heavily armed, and there's no armour. They start canning through, actually get up another bolter Sherman pretty quickly, and then push through all of this. So, question is, will Estal do that, or what will Estal actually do here? There you go, trying to grab that Pack-40. Lieutenant pushing forwards again. Loads of firepower. 19 kills, so Rifle supporting. Sniper then can bleed away. Almost right, those 67 kills though. And again, the MD-42 here holds the line, forms the core of the very extremity, the outpost, if you will. And of course, then we sort of got the other bunkers, so sort of the actual core. We'll actually sort of stall up the line here and stop it completely in its tracks. And there you go, second bulldozer Sherman here. We got a Sturmgeschütz on the way now for Vulpine. Sturmgeschütz. Sent from a nearby Sturmgeschützbrigade, which was basically sort of a late war Stu formation. Not all of them were made, but they were basically sort of, you know, larger Stu formations. Though technically they were not actually brigade size, they were sort of more battalion with a bit of extra stuff. So let's say they were close to that. They would also usually have their own infantry complement and their own pioneer elements. They were sort of a bit more, you know, self-sustaining, just sort of didn't need so much support from the divisions they were usually then attached to. Fun fact there, they for example had their own escort infantry company. I'm not sure how they were equipped, perhaps with assault rifles, perhaps not. Either way though, we got a first Stuke arriving for Vulpine for the Vaterland. Vulpine's managed quite a comeback here, and now has managed quite a defensive position. Again, it's really impressive. But looks like here Estal might have something in mind now, something a bit more complex rather than just, driving into the bloody anti-tank guns and machine guns. Looks like he's preparing for the assault here. He's not just going to send it in piecemeal, he's preparing for a large push here. Oh, he's shifting over towards the eastern flank. Good work, though. Of course, the assault is going to take away here from the assault here. Vulpine creeping ahead there. Oh, stealing away a third anti-tanker. Now, this is bad news for Estal. That's another anti-tanker that can be sort of just blast away at the advancing American armour. There you go, looks like he's realised again head-on assault's not going to work, so he's preparing to fortify a western push here. At the same time, it's going to look like he's going to get spotted. Austria moving in there, capturing territory. And that is going to give here, if Vulpine is having enough time to realise, there's going to be an assault from here. Instead, reaction, we've got the Stroop moving up, Austria reacting already. Will the pack be reacting to it? Austria there taking a few damn hits. Ruffin moving in. And there we go, looks like Vulpine has realised what's going on. He's shifting Stuk and anti-tank gun, sniper and the MG42 as well. So quick response here. Of course, he's still got the S-mine field, so it's not like even Estal can just easily break through up without the armour. And the armour can't just easily pull through there either, thanks to all the mine and the anti-tank gun. So right here, I mean, basically Vulpine needs to just quickly shift the defence. And we'll see how the Vulpines actually lay down a pretty mean defence. And the only sort of real point of entry is basically sort of all the way through here. Right behind. But instead, Estal's not quite there for that. And we got Mortify now to make it even harder here for Estal's assault, who's already sort of lost speed here, lost wind. Stalled in front of the German defensive. Very nicely laid out by Vulpine, really. A lot to learn from this level of defense, really, from Vulpine, to be honest. Austrian pioneers moving in there. Austrian there taking heavy fire there from machine guns, getting shredded, murdered, massacred. And wiped. There we got the anti-tankers moving up there and just blasting away. If he hadn't used some artillery, he might have chanced up. There we go, instead Sherman abandoned. Stucky moving in für Deutschland. Rather recklessly though, rather recklessly. But then again, there's a Boulder Sherman, might have a small chance. Then again, we also got the captain here. The Stuck is a bit reckless here, Stuck is a bit reckless. Anti-tank snipers are pouring in. There we go, but lost the Stuck. Not entirely sure that was worth it. On the other hand, got two boulders of Sherman. Right there, good hit there. Almost find all three anti-tank guns, but due to the S-mine field there being set off. So right there, a bit of a risky move. But ultimately, though, Estal's assault there has been broken, shattered, crushed by the might of the Reich. We also got an Austrian now, and now he's basically just down to infantry. All of his tank destroyers and armour and whatnot is gone here. Because of that minesweepers, amongst other things. He had that, things might look different, but he didn't. The minesweeper was all the way in the east here, so that was, in the end, the assault that completely backfired on Estal, in particular because it lacked speed and lacked surprise. And again, that basically allowed Vulpine to react quickly to it and deal with it. And again, Vulpine's planning here in sort of defences really is doing a lot here for him. In fact, got two minesweeper units, and they're both on the east side. Nothing to support the west. That's... I can't help but feel that's a bit wrong. We got another M10 here, another Wolverine out here for Estal. Quick shot against the Ostwind with its 3-inch gun. Coming up there on the Ostwind, almost got it, almost got it. Could get a wipe there, could get a wipe. Which actually be a small win there for Estal, since that basically then a wasted Ostwind there for Vulpine. But there we go, we got the anti-tank guns moving in. Pack 40 and M1. Which I need to go away. No! No, what do you... Not sure what went wrong there for Estal. Besides, it just was very close to getting catastrophically wrong. Rifleman vehicle moving up there. Got no tank to be in. But of course upgrade here with the Thompson. I mean, that at least make them more effective as ground troops, as that's basically what they are at the moment. Also, fun fact, it was actually more common for German tank crews to operate as infantry than it was just, I think, for any other army except maybe the Russians. But it was very common for the German army, particularly in the late war, that the entire new tank companies fighting as infantry. Very fun fact there as well. But again, not something you actually hear so much about. Ostwind on the way again. Interesting decision there from Vulpine, despite there being an M10 about. $79 kills here. There you go, quickly ambushed by the Americans, and not quite well executed there. Be a crew that really should consider being with the Thompsons, instead of just hanging about there with the grease guns.
Ready for deployment.
There you go, second Ostwind flak pans out here for Vulpine. Rifleman quickly and swiftly reinforcing. And of course I have to ensure that Vulpine can reinforce his frontline troops. Well done, we got the MG42 standing out as well. Ambulance moving out. Repairing the bunker a bit further. This bunker's actually been a pretty damn good investment here for Vulpine, which is actually how most bunkers actually don't end up being. That is machine gun bunkers, but there you go. More S mines, so many mines here from Vulpine. Really good work there, really absolutely outstanding work. And of course, I mean, for whatever reason, this army just keeps forgetting, you know, this guy actually likes to lay down mines. And in fact, the Germans did, of course, there were some instances of the German mining, they'd never actually mine out sort of in the entire front. They'd always leave opening and gaps for themselves to have to counterattack through, because again, counterattack was very much part of German doctrine. Still, they were rather eager, and of course they had a variety of mines as the war went on, including mines that were very difficult to detect with the minesweepers. There you go, moving up the minesweepers after the rest of the mines have all been a bit cleared there by their own friends. Tom, is that you? Well, it's your arm at least. Expecting an assault here, apparently? That's something I'm not sure. Either way, we got 3 anti-tank guns here. There we go, we got a large infantry push here from Estal, and we got another bulldozer Sherman, another big gun. We need to blow up some krauts. And we also get caught, and they're just being met with a hailstorm of bullets here from all those BARs there, and all those veteran T3 riflemen. Not a sort of encounter you want to make.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Ostwind out ready to counter-attack for the fatherland. There we go, just tears into the Americans. 30mm high close round just tears into them.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Did some damage, but surprised enough didn't actually get any kills whatsoever. MG42 on the fire from the bulldozer Sherman. M10 shifting about. Almost got the MG42, there you go, pushed away. Another Sturmgeschütz for Vulpine, another Sturmgeschütz. Wunderbar.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Sherman rolling a bit back. Right there. Ostwind moving up. getting on some good hits then, forcing away Lieutenant and finds. Oh, we actually got a fighting position up now here to cover the faraway point, though, reissuing unit in it. Just feels a bit wasteful, and certainly feels like Estal maybe has lost spirit and sight of what to do here. Another M10 here. Pack forces are already preparing to stall down and lock down the entire western flank here. Now the centre's actually been forgotten here by Estal entirely, though it's right now actually really open. Funny how things change during a battle. And up here, Rearson going for the mine. Oh, cleared out. Then the mines was no help there if the mines get set off by something else. Apparently just keeping the M10 there. That's basically, 1/3 of his armor force that's locked away. Seems like your style is unsure what to do anymore here with Vulpine's defense. There you go. Austin engaged here with the M10. 3-inch gunfires. Wake up the Bazooka rockets here, taking down to half health. Captain Airfit, let's be. We've got a full rifle assault up here. Got S-Mines, we've got MD-42s, we've got Ostrom, we've got the Stug, we've got snipers, mortars, so much. And M10 just rolling straight into the Pack 40s and the Stug, about to get knocked out, Captain firing away, there's some hits down the Sturm gets shots, but the M10 is burning, the rifle there dead on the ground. They made a very dead end there. Captain losing men there. Using the previous suit for cover there, but there we go. Sniper Farms got the captain. Vulpine just seems to be waiting things out. Here's the Sherman down to half health. 100 points left here for Estal. And Estal ends up surrendering, realizing he might have wasted his chance of actually winning the game. So there we go. Game over. A rough start here for Vulpine. Probably did some overly aggressive play with not enough security and sort of flank coverage. Estal was able to punish that quite nicely. But after the sort of, pulling back from that, setting up some very good defenses, also thinking very differently. For some reason, Estal then just focused on the centre, forgot about flanking and doing any sort of proper flanks, which really just shifted things towards the advantage of Vulpine. I do think Vulpine might trade a bit too much fuel to watch munitions, could add some armor out sooner, but ultimately managed to pull off part again because Estal just insists on a head-on assaults into machine gun bunkers, minefields, and whatnot. Based sort of, as the game progressed, it seems just like Estal got more frustrated, unsure what to do again. You really just don't see this kind of arm play someone actually make good use of defences. And I think that's sort of really just confused Estal, who's just then sort of trying out things and it just didn't work out. Partly because Vulpine was in some cases very quick to counterattack and really punish Estal when even things slowed down just a bit. In that sense, one of Estal's bigger problem was basically he wasn't very good at maintaining momentum once the attack was committed. He didn't use smoke very quickly. It was sort of very slow, and again that gave more time for the German defenders to whittle down his numbers and do a lot of damages. I mean, really well played by Vulpine. Initially well played by Estal, but again stalled out, petered out, and died out. So, I mean, that's a bit of a lesson there. But again, I really think there's something you sort of just point out with this sort of use of machine gun bunkers and machine guns. I mean, that was really well done there by Vulpine. So, hopefully you enjoyed this game. Hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully that's given you ideas from tactics and strategies for your own game. If it did, want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a review and find some feedback in the comment section. If this is implementing, cheers. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you all another time. Bye.